try to get guidance on your behalf and see if and impart it to you without my ego coming into play. So I really have to silence my human ego, which sees you in your human form, and try to get guidance from the higher source. And I try very hard not to put logic into it, but so I just give you the guidance. Whatever comes out, I will just say, it may not make sense to me. Sometimes images come out, sometimes some names may come up, some profession may come up. It may not make sense to me, but may make sense, total sense to you. So that's how I channel, and that's channel information. And this talk is actually being channeled. There are different kind of angels. We have Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel. There are many and many. Archangel Michael is most common. You know, he's very commonly associated with Christianity, and you see images of him. He's like the warrior angel. He's like the protector of all. So if you are going through some kind of fear, if you are going through some blockages, you invoke Archangel Michael, and you will actually see him happening. You know, see it happening, that you will feel fearless. You will feel more courageous. I sometimes invoke Archangel Michael when I'm waiting for a cab, and then the cab turns up. And, you know, yeah, it does. The thing is, you don't have to worry. Angels are very sweet and loving, and they want us to be comfortable. You know, their message, which I channeled the other day, we humans, we are so used to living in this stress environment, you know. But angels, the message that I get, they don't want us to live like that. It's okay to have fun sometimes. I mean, I keep getting guided, be playful. So their messages, it's not that difficult, it's easy, and we are here to help you with your life so that it can be a bit easier, smoother, so that you can get on to your work, your life purpose. And your life purpose is not waiting for a cab. So let me make it easy for you to get a cab so that you can get to that whatever new education center you want to set up for that child. You know what I mean? That is their message. Let's enjoy each other's company more. Let's have more fun. Let's connect more with each other. There's no separation. We're all one. We're all one from the same source. It doesn't matter if I have slightly bigger eyes, if I have darker complexion, if someone else opposite me is more fairer, you know. Doesn't matter if I was born a Hindu or a Christian or whatever. We're from the same source. And angels, they remind us that they are from the same source as well. But they are more connected. Same source as them as well. Yes.
So, would I come through a reading for you to make a decision?
Yeah.
And do you access angels that are my personal angels, or just like everyone's angels?
Well, what happens in my readings, we do a brief meditation, like a 30-second meditation, and I invoke your guides and angels, and I invoke Archangel Michael, who's very common, who works with me, Archangel Raphael, and different angels. And a lot of times, your personal guides will come up as well. And it has happened with a lot of my clients, but mostly it has happened in case of deceased loved ones. You know, so if someone has had a deceased loved one, they will come up. And sometimes, if it's very common, like if someone is already working with angel, a lot of times some guides show up as well, but I may not register them, you know, because your guides are really your personal guides sometimes. You know, they may be from your past lives, you may have them from your childhood, and they may not even be like in angelic form. They may just be like your friend from a previous lifetime who decides to be your guardian angel. So that's.
And what, they give you little bits of information so that you can make a decision, or?
I mean, how my readings work is, I try to invoke, like I try to tune in, and if I ask people who come to see me if they have any specific questions, and if they don't have, then I try to tune in and see what is the messages that are coming to me. That I'm not a fortune teller, nor is anyone else out there. We all have free will. It's the action, the thoughts we think today determine our reality tomorrow. So don't give your power to anyone else. I'm here to guide you as a medium from, you know, but you have your free will. That's how it works.
What's the experience like of channeling these angels?
What's the experience like?
Yeah, like how do you experience it?
Yeah.
Can you hear something like
Where was the first time?
What's the experience of channeling? It's actually kind of very tiring. It took me a long time to process it. in 2009 I started very actively working, like I got attuned to angels because a friend of mine who used to work with angelic energy called me. I'm getting strong guidance that they want you to be connected with them, so can I be your mentor? I'm like, what? So it's like, yes, would you? I said, yeah, sure. I went to her and after that a lot of channelings came, but it was very, because I was not yet attuned to that energy so well, my vibrations were not that, it was tiring. And I would want to sleep a lot, and I would get some messages and I would get really tired and I would just want to sleep for hours and hours. And that happened. But
How
normally,
do you receive the message then? Is it like a thought? Or
just to be very coherent on this, angelic messages come to you in different forms. There are 4 clairs, as we call it: clairvoyance, clairaudience, claircognizance, clairsentience. Clairsentience is the feeling. So, sometimes it comes in form of feeling. So you get a feeling about, okay,
like a tingling feeling?
No, it could be in your gut. It could be goosebumps. It could be like a feeling of your heart opening up. It could be feeling of a light bulb going on. It sometimes, like if I mention a job and my gut would like, no, then it's not a good feeling. A clear audience. So you hear, like I've actually heard songs. I'm not kidding. And I could not believe my ears myself. And then I could hear this not loud. It was a faint song, and I'm thinking, who's singing, who's this? And sometimes it can be like so obvious, and sometimes it comes in form of a voice, like you could be thinking of a decision, and I open my door and this voice tells me you have to go in that direction. It can be in form of clairaudience, claircognizance, that is, you just know. Sometimes we all just know, like Chad knew she has to open the center, so it's claircognizance, it's guidance, higher wisdom. And then we have clairvoyance. Clairvoyance is with your third eye chakra. It's when you have dreams, you may keep seeing a person again and again. So you may run into people few times, and when you run into them 3 or more than 3-4 times, then something is happening. Then it's a message. That's it means something. You have a connection. Or you're either, it doesn't matter, you're connected to someone, or you're connected to past life, or you're going to mutually help each other, or you're just friends, you can hang out together. So angelic guidance comes like that. This is my own experience, because I would not be here if I had not tried and tested everything. I'm a traditional skeptic, and also with my Buddhist philosophy training, it always says that don't believe anything unless and until you experience it. Even with a guru or a teacher, you have to test him to make sure that he's your teacher. So with Archangel Raphael, my back was hurting and I just invoked him, and he works miraculously. I have a healing workshop with Archangel Raphael as well.
Why Christian angel will work for everyone?
Huh?
I really don't understand. Why?
Okay, yeah, that's a very good question. The names are English, okay? But we have bodhisattvas in Buddhism. It's been on my mind as well. That why it's only Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael. In Hinduism, we also have references of angelic beings. But in Hinduism and Buddhism, the gods and the deities, they're so prominent. You know what I mean? Like Lord Ganpati, he's not regarded as an angel. He's already a higher consciousness being, like a 16th council being, who's up there. So he's higher than angels. So in Hinduism, we already have so many higher beings. So angels are there, and everyone is connected to angels. But we directly connect to the higher beings. Yeah, but angels are part of the Hindu mythology. It's not that. But in Christianity, somehow it was more conscious. This angelic energy is very active. But obviously, the words, the known consciousness to human is available in this name form. Like people can understand them as Archangel Michael. So even people who are bringing down this information, they're bringing it down in their language. You know what I mean? Does it make sense in some way? Because I was actually asking in my mind this question about Archangel, about these names. So I said, but who are the angels in Buddhism? Now, if you're associated with Buddhism and Hinduism, we have deities, right? And there is a deity, Mahakala. Everyone knows who deities are, right? Again, ascended beings, higher beings. Mahakala, who's a deity of protection. his energy color is dark blue, same as Archangel Michael, and he protects you. And he's very prominent in Buddhism and Hinduism, because it's not written anywhere. This just came to me when I was in the elevator, because I was questioning this myself. Connected to Mahakala as well, I prayed to him. And Archangel Michael is indigo color energy, and he's the warrior, he's the protective angel. So I was just thinking, Mahakala and Archangel Michael, somehow the name sounds... It was very interesting when that guidance came. I have no previous reference. It could be a point to ponder. That different places, different regions, we all have higher energy, we are all connected. But it's just the language, how we imagine it, because our human imagination is different. Angels, the messages that I have channeled, you see them in the form that you relate to, you know. So a Western person may see an angel, you know, like someone like we may imagine an angel like blonde and different, right? I may see an angel like Amitabh Bachchan, like a superhero, you know what I mean? Like an Indian star. So I think it's our imagination. This is pure energy. So I think it's better for us not to give a name to us. Just think of it as a higher source energy, which is originating, which is made of love and light. That's why I call it angelic energy.
What about little kids who always talk to their friends? They have imaginary friends.
Yeah.
Do you think those are angels? Yeah.
Yeah, it could be, mostly from, and like, I was reading a little bit about, you know, older civilizations, and they say like the little kids when they're born, they always had someone around them, because it's a new soul. Soul is coming for this experience. So the soul had guides, you know. If it was from the angelic realm, the angelic guides would be around that, so that it feels comfortable. And yeah. And they're laughing and
They're
smiling.
walking there and they go, you know.
Language also, we have to be careful. Language is a very limiting medium. We can only, this is the only medium for me right now available that I can express. If I had another medium, I would probably not call them angels. I would call them something else. But because I'm calling them angels, it makes you feel, oh, you're referring to Christianity. This is, I believe, from Archangel Gabriel, because she helps with communication. We are messengers from God, or the highest council. There are 16 councils, and the 17th is God. We are His messengers. We bring you messages and advice from God, our loving Father. He loves you all, and we are in His energy of love and pure golden light. But we are not gods or goddesses. You do not need to pray to us. We do not ask this of you. We are your friends on a rainy day, holding an umbrella for you. You are also in God's energy and made of love and light. So in that sense, we are all one and the same, and there is no difference between us. But we are also different because we are not in human body. And you're all having a human experience that brings its own limitations and emotional proclivities that are all part and parcel of being a human, whether you like it or not. We are aware that some of you feel out of place in your human lives, as it is a new experience for you. Maybe some of you can relate to it. And because your soul is used to traveling across galaxies, and you can't do that any longer with your human body. But do not worry, as this is how human lives are designed. We are there to ease your pain because we wish all of you to be happy and lead fulfilled lives. We also know you will only feel fulfilled, truly fulfilled, when you are following your life purpose and living your greatest truth. Therefore, we whisper our messages in your ears, just so you can live your greatest truth and be your highest selves. Our messages can become repetitive at times, and you may think you're going crazy, but no, it is us whispering those messages to you. Therefore, we urge you not to ignore the inner promptings of your heart, because heart chakra is the one most responsive to angelic guidance or guidance from your own higher selves, which is attuned to us and God's source energy. And there is one, we are in many forms, but we are of the same source, the God source, but that's how I'll read it out.